Jobs and education.
Not for war and occupation.
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 Biggest threat in the world today. Donald Trump and the USA. I say biggest justice, you say how? Hands off Venezuela now. We want justice, you say how? Money for jobs and education.
Money for jobs and education.
Not for war and occupation.
Not for war and occupation.
End the sanctions right now. Hey Trump, you're a liar. No more wars for empire. Wars for empire. No more wars for empire. No more wars for empire.
Stand, and we stand together against that war. Am I right? Thank you for coming out, everyone. Please join me in welcoming our first speaker, Manolo de los Santos from the People's Force.
Morning, the U.S. launched a massive criminal bombing campaign on Venezuela. City of Caracas and across the country. We have heard from our friends in Venezuela that there are countless
For Korean community development. We are here today to condemn this barbaric and colonial war on Venezuela. Trump claims to have captured Maduro and his wife and says that they will be put on trial right here in New York under completely false allegations of drug trafficking. We're here to say that New York City will not tolerate this illegal attempt to destroy Venezuela's sovereign government and rob the Venezuelan people of their resources. We're also here because the U.S. has been trying to destroy Venezuela for over 2 decades now. U.S. sanctions have killed hundreds of thousands of people. They have created a crisis for generations of Venezuelans, some of whom are here in New York City trying to survive. We know that this is not about a war on drugs. The Trump administration and Congress have defunded every drug treatment and prevention program that they could get their hands on. Our government doesn't care about the opioid crisis. This is a war for imperial domination and corporate profits, for control over oil and natural resources. I am 27 years old, and I've never known a time when we were at war.
We are. How we gonna do it? The hard way. How we gonna do it? The hard way. Never give up.
Exactly. All right, everybody. Please join me in welcoming.
When they landed, they lost the first war. Did they give up? No. They gathered their shit.
Stop bombing Venezuela!
No peace. It was in the 80s on the streets of Brooklyn. We created the slogan, whose streets? Our streets. Those slogans are valid because they spoke to the conditions that existed then, and they spoke and speak to the conditions that exist now. If there's no justice, there cannot be any peace. War is not our enemy. It's who you fight for and who you fight against. We call for war, a war against injustice, a war against colonialism, a war against capitalism, a war against genocide. We stand on the cusp of history. Last year, which was only a moment ago, we celebrated the centennial of 3 revolutionaries: Frantz Fanon, Patrice Lumumba, and Malcolm X. 3 revolutionaries who put on our agenda, you're not done. You haven't finished your gig until we're free.
Now! Stop the bombings right now! Brothers and sisters, thank you. Hands off Venezuela and free me. So loud that the war criminals in Washington hear you. Hands off Venezuela! Hands off Venezuela! Hands off Venezuela! President Nicolas Maduro is a provocation, is a war crime, is an unacceptable aggression. This attack on the Venezuelan people, on the sovereignty of all of Latin America, on the ability of the people of the world to chart their own course, to fight for their own destiny, did not begin this morning, and it did not begin 2 months ago, 3 months ago, as Trump, Rubio, Hexeth, and the rest of the war criminals in this government ramped up aggressions on Venezuela. For more than 20 years, they have imposed sanctions on Venezuela. Hands off Venezuela! Hands off Venezuela! We want justice, you say how? We want justice, you say how? Stop the bombings right now! Stop the bombings right now! The Trump and
Say how!
We want justice, you say how?
Stop the bombings right now!
Stop the bombings right now!
We want justice, you say
to the interests of the billionaire class. That's what we are building in the Bronx. Our campaign stands as and the world more broadly. So you all have a choice in front of you. Whether you will try, there are those of us out here that are trying to confuse you to make you believe that this is something that started with President Donald Trump. This is a lie. Hands off Venezuela!
Hands off Venezuela!
My name is Andre, and I'm running for Congress in New York's 15th Congressional District in the Bronx. And every time I come out here, it's very important that we always make the connections between what's happening to the working people of Venezuela with the working people of the New York City and the Bronx right now. It's important to acknowledge that the people of Venezuela are a righteous and intelligent people. They are fully capable of determining the direction of their resources on their terms and in their time and how they feel it should happen. We have no right, the criminal government in this country has no right to impose their will on anyone in the world. The people in the Bronx outright condemn this violent attack and the continued aggression on the people of Venezuela, the people in the Caribbean, and Latin America more broadly. And in these times, it's very important that we have a clarity of our analysis. We need to understand that the choice for the future of the people of Venezuela, just like the choice of the future for the people in Cuba and everywhere else, should be up to them. They should decide whose resources they use and what those resources are used for. For the criminal government of this country to determine that someone else's resources belongs to them is an affront to humanity. It's an affront to your sovereignty. Because I'm pretty sure that...
Hands off Venezuela!
Stop bombing Venezuela!
Stop bombing Venezuela!
Stop bombing Venezuela!
Stop bombing Venezuela!
Chevron and ExxonMobil and the biggest oil companies, the capitalist class in the United States, they want to own Venezuela's oil, and this is a capitalist war. It's a rich man's war. The kidnapping of Maduro is an imperialist war for a capitalist class, and we're saying working class New Yorkers and working class people in the United States, who do not own oil wells have more in common with the people in Venezuela than we do with these criminals on Wall Street and the boardrooms of the biggest oil companies. We're going to build a new anti-war movement. This is not the end. This is the beginning. Trump is going to go for it. He's going to go for it in Cuba, in Iran. This is the beginning of a Trump war drive. And the question for every one of us is, are we ready to commit today, to stand today, to mobilize today and tomorrow and next week, and show the world that the American people reject Donald Trump, reject war, and reject imperialism. Let's do it.
People's needs, not the war machine.
Five people's needs.
Of the neo-fascist U.S., the violent aggression and blatant attack on people-centered human rights of Venezuelans and violations of Venezuelan sovereignty. The U.S. bombed dozens of sites throughout Venezuela in the early morning of Saturday, January 3rd. President Nicolas Maduro and First Lady Celia Flores is allegedly taking them here to New York to prosecute them in U.S. courts. This cowardly and blatantly illegal act reminded us all of the kidnapping of Jean-Bertrand Aristide from Haiti in 2004, a move that kicked off the ongoing U.S.-led occupation of Haiti, as well as the U.S. invasion of Panama in 1989. Of course, they will not succeed. After more than 200 years of independence, the people and their legitimate government remain firm in defense of sovereignty and the inalienable right to decide their own destiny. The attempt to impose a colonial war
on the streets of Brooklyn that we created the slogan, "No justice, no peace." It was in the 80s on the streets of Brooklyn we created the slogan, "Whose streets? Our streets." Both